Hi everyone, Olivia Reiner here for Packers News, joined by Jim Owczarski and Tom Silverstein. We are here in Indianapolis for the Combine, and while the Combine is certainly known for lots of very strenuous workouts, if you haven't seen my workout over on PackersNews.com, you should definitely check that out. Although it is known for all of that, it is also known for kind of the beginning of free agent talks.
Right.
And as we all know, Jimmy Graham may or may not be back with the team this upcoming season. However, Brian Gutekunst had some stuff to say about whether or not Jimmy Graham would be back. What did you make of all of that?
Yeah, I mean, under contract for the next 2 years, but he's owed a $5 million roster bonus the third day of the league year. So there was a question, with the new head coach, new offense, with that salary, would he be back in 19? Would they decide to make a personnel move, release him early? Brian Gutekunst, took the podium, was asked about Jimmy Graham, and flat out said, hey, thought it was a productive year, ready to see what he can do in 2019. We were all able to sit down with Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur a little after that podium session, and he reiterated that, said, hey, he battled through a broken thumb, some knee injuries, thought he was productive. And Matt LaFleur acknowledged hasn't really worked with a tight end that's sort of known for getting out into routes and being more of a downfield pass threat, but both the head coach and the GM, Olivia, thought, he's a guy that should be there in 2019.
It'll be interesting to see how they fit him into Matt LaFleur's offense. Now, another guy that's in kind of a similar situation as Jimmy Graham is Nick Perry. What did you make of what Brian Gutekunst had to say about Nick Perry's future in Green Bay?
Well, he gave no indication that they were going to cut him. But at this point, I think that's still 50-50. It's still up in the air. He's due a $4.8 million roster bonus March, I think it's 16th or something like that. And, boy, it's tough to pay that for a guy who I think got in 7 games last year and 2 sacks. So, he was, I think what his main message was that from a salary cap standpoint, they could do it, that it's not necessarily a salary cap decision. It'll probably be a player decision, talent decision.
So regarding the free agents, Brian Gutekunst made it seem pretty clear, at least he told us, that he's still working on whether or not those guys will be back. He didn't give any indication that they wouldn't be back, including Randall Cobb, Clay Matthews. Did you read anything between the lines of those?
Absolutely.
Tom always reads something between the lines.
No, usually when I've come here and there's been a free agent that they want, they'll say, absolutely, we're trying to re-sign him. We want him. They did not say that about any of the guys who are going to be free agents. They didn't say that about Clay Matthews, didn't say that about Randall Cobb. Didn't say that about Lance Kendricks. You can go on and on. There's a whole bunch of guys who are free agents. So, my feeling is they're letting all of them go to free agency, and they'll let them test the market, and they'll see. I thought Gutekunst talked a lot, and LaFleur did too, about their wide receiving core. And to me, it was somewhat ominous for Cobb because they're very high on all 3 of those rookies. They got Allison, they got Adams. They might be able to draft someone here. So, I think this is – it'll really depend on, like with Clay Matthews, whether his market is skyrocketing and then they let him go, or it kind of bottoms out and they get a good deal on him.
All right, well, some good insight from Tom. We'll see what ends up panning out. There's going to be a lot more going on over the next few days at the Combine. The prospects will start working out. Today they did not, so we will be with you guys all week. Be sure to head on over to Packers News. Follow us on social media. We'll have all of the updates for you. We'll see you guys next time.